Welcome to Triple Level Travel, where we explore one city in 3 unforgettable ways. And this time, the spotlight's on Detroit, Michigan. This city mixes soul, steel, and serious flavor. Whether you're working with $1,000, stepping up your game with $3,000, or turning the dial to full luxury at $20,000. From coney dogs to couture cocktails, Detroit delivers on every dollar. 3 budgets, 3 bold journeys, one city with muscle, music, and magic to spare. Let's dive into Motor City. Whichever lane you're in for a ride. Level 1, Budget Adventurer, $1,000. First up, the Budget Adventurer. With $1,000 to play with, we're keeping it clever and efficient. In 2025, the Q line is free, and a DDOT pass runs just $5 per day. 3 days of transit totals $15. Our crash pad is Hamtramck Hostel, a no-frills spot with a social courtyard, kitchen access, and walkable eats nearby. At $100 per night, our 3-night stay comes to $300. With transport and lodging handled, we've got the essentials covered, and plenty left for the city's real flavor. We started our Detroit journey at Dooley's Place, Coney Island, where the breakfast special, 2 eggs, sausage, grits, toast, and coffee, cost $15. After breakfast, we made our way to the Detroit Historical Museum, where permanent exhibits take you through a recreated 19th century street, the rise of the auto industry, and the city's role in civil rights. It's free to enter, and rich with context. Lunch brought us to Green Dot Stables, where we ordered pork sausage and peppers, truffle and herb fries, and a Fago for $14. In the afternoon, we visited the Heidelberg Project, where entire houses become artwork and streets are transformed into statements, an open-air museum made entirely from reclaimed materials. Dinner was at Savannah Blue, where we had the chicken breast plate and sweet potato cheesecake for $40. We kicked off the morning at Avalon Cafe and Bakery, where an egg and cheese sandwich and hot coffee totaled $12. After breakfast, we explored Eastern Market, one of the oldest public markets in the country. Between mural-lined alleyways and open sheds, we picked up a vintage Motown vinyl, a handmade candle, and a pack of spicy pickles from local vendors. $18 well spent on memories. For lunch, we stopped at JoJo's Shake Bar, Detroit, ordering brisket nachos and the chocolate Nirvana shake for $30. In the afternoon, we toured the Motown Museum, where $20 admission brought us into Studio A, Berry Gordy's flat, and the heart of a cultural revolution. Dinner was at Alpino, Detroit, where we chose the lamb navarin and a glass of Fitzritter Sect for $48. Our final morning began at Honest John's, where we ordered a corned beef hash and hot coffee for $18. After fueling up, we headed to Belle Isle Park, Detroit's island gem. We strolled the Anna Scripps Whitcomb Conservatory, explored the Belle Isle Aquarium, and watched boats drift by from the shoreline, all for free. For lunch, we made our way to La Lanterna, where a triste pasta and sparkling water cost $28. In the afternoon, we stopped at Pewabic Pottery, where we admired hand-glazed tiles and bought a small ceramic keepsake for $10. Dinner was at Andiamo, Detroit Riverfront, where the Costine Brasata di Manzo, braised beef short ribs, and drink totaled $50. Level 1, Budget Adventurer. Grand total, $618.
Headed out on your next adventure? Don't forget these 10 travel essentials that make every trip smoother. From smart backpacks to portable chargers, noise-canceling headphones to a must-have first aid kit, we've got the ultimate checklist for stress-free travel. Whether you're team budget or VIP, these are the items you'll wish you'd packed. Hit the link now and travel smarter.
Level 2, Level Up Tier, $3,000. For the Level Up weekend, we're upgrading comfort and convenience without going overboard. Skip the rental counters. We're relying on Uber and Lyft for smooth, air-conditioned rides around town. Budgeting $100 per day for rideshare gets us 3 days of easy travel for $300. Our stay? The Detroit Foundation Hotel, a boutique gem built in a historic firehouse. With bold design, plush rooms, and unbeatable access to downtown art and nightlife, it's $250 per night. For 3 nights, that totals $750. We began our Detroit weekend at Babbo, ordering eggs, Benny, and churros for $30. From there, we explored the Detroit Institute of Arts, where a $20 ticket opens over 100 galleries filled with treasures. Diego Rivera's mural series, ancient Egyptian carvings, Dutch masters, and contemporary Detroit artists. Docents were on hand for mini tours, and the Sketching Lounge offered free materials to try your hand at art. For lunch, we visited Baobab Fair, where we picked up samaki and sweet tamu for $35. In the afternoon, we joined a guided tour of the Fisher Building for $25, stepping through soaring marble halls, grand staircases, and stories of Detroit's architectural golden age. We wrapped the night at Selden Standard with roasted half chicken, beet, and citrus salad, and a cocktail for $80. We started the day at the Brooklyn Street Local LLC, where the Hangover Special and Vanilla Latte came to $28. Next, we visited the Henry Ford Museum of American Innovation for $36, exploring exhibits like presidential limousines, historic aircraft, and the bus, where Rosa Parks made history. In the afternoon, we joined the Paddle to Table Detroit kayak tour with Detroit River Sports, a guided paddle through canals and the Detroit River, ending with a locally sourced meal and views of the skyline. The 2-hour tour cost $70. Lunch was at Ima Izakaya, where we chose the katsu lamb sandwich and chilled sesame noodles for $38. Dinner was at Chartreuse Kitchen and Cocktails, featuring Rohan duck breast and jerk sweet potato for $60. Breakfast was at Dime Store, where the chorizo hash with house-made buttermilk biscuit and cold brew came to $30. We spent the morning inside the Museum of Contemporary Art Detroit, MoCAD. Entry was free, and we explored rotating exhibits of experimental art, Detroit-focused installations, and immersive soundscapes. Afterward, we joined a design crawl led by Design Core Detroit. For $55, we toured showrooms and studios across the city, meeting creators behind iconic Detroit-made furniture and home goods. Lunch was at Vicente's Cuban Cuisine, where the Mesana Special and Tapa Vegetariana totaled $40. In the evening, we secured premium seats at the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, $80 for a full classical performance at Orchestra Hall. Dinner wrapped at Grey Ghost Detroit, where bavette steak and crema catalana came to $75. Level 2, level up tier. Grand total, $1,752. Level 3, VIP luxury, $20,000. In Detroit, luxury isn't whispered, it's handcrafted. Slide behind the wheel of a Lamborghini Huracan Evo Spider, delivered curbside by a private concierge. At $2,500 per day, your 3-day rental totals $7,500, giving you full control of the city's streets in roaring style. Your sanctuary, the penthouse suite at the Shinola Hotel, is Detroit's crown jewel of design. With custom woodwork, a private terrace, curated art, a dining room fit for 10, and full butler service, it's $1,500 per night. $4,500 total for 3 nights of handcrafted comfort. Between polished wheels and timeless interiors, Detroit becomes your personal gallery of speed, style, and indulgence. Our VIP Detroit journey began with a private in-suite breakfast in the Shinola Hotel penthouse. Lamb sausage frittata, fresh seasonal fruit, and pour-over coffee, served by butler service for $160. Mid-morning, we stepped into the iconic Guardian building for a private architectural tour. At $150, it included exclusive access to upper floors and vaults, showcasing Aztec deco murals, Tiffany mosaics, and gilded elevator bays rarely seen by the public. For lunch, we dined at Park, ordering the Creekstone Farms wood-grilled ribeye and a glass of Juarez port for $60. That afternoon, we secured an after-hours experience at the Wright Museum of African American History for $200, featuring guided access to rare archives, personal stories, and immersive exhibits. Dinner was at the Whitney, where a beef Wellington, blackberry lemon tart, and red wine pairing totaled $150. We began the morning with an early reservation at the Hudson Cafe, ordering the Irishman Benny, smashed avocado toast, red velvet pancakes, and a vanilla latte for $60. Our morning highlight was a private guided experience at the Detroit Auto Showroom Archives, where we received VIP access to concept vehicles and classic Detroit steel, plus a personalized design session with a local car historian, $300. For lunch, we dined at Marrow, enjoying a steak tip sandwich, mushroom dumplings, and a Bloody Mary for $65. In the afternoon, we booked a private shopping experience at Shinola's flagship store, leaving with a custom-engraved Runwell automatic watch and a hand-stitched leather duffel, $2,100. Dinner was at Le Supreme, where boeuf bourguignon, creme brulee, and a glass of dry Riesling Alsace totaled $180. Our final morning began with breakfast from Café Souterre, croque monsieur, creme brulee, and an iced latte, all served on the terrace for $50. Then we made our way to the Detroit City helipad, where a private helicopter tour swept us above the skyline, along the Detroit River, and out toward the Great Lakes. With champagne service and a personal pilot narration, the hour-long flight cost $2,000. Back on the ground, we lunched at Lumen Detroit, selecting the pan-seared scallops, crab and corn chowder, and a glass of Sancerre for $75. Our afternoon experience took us to a private box at the Detroit Opera House, $400 for backstage access, VIP seating, and a meet and greet with lead performers. We closed the day at Bisa with Wagyu strip loin, foie gras toast, and a glass of rare Bordeaux for $220. Level 3, VIP Luxury. Grand total, $18,170. From cruising the Motor City in a Lamborghini to sipping champagne mid-flight above the skyline, this Detroit weekend wasn't just luxury, it was legend. We toured vaults no one sees, dined like royalty, and walked away with custom timepieces and memories stitched in velvet. Whether it was a penthouse breakfast, private shopping, or box seats at the opera, every detail was meticulously chosen. So, 3 tiers, 3 ways to explore Detroit. Which one fits your style? Drop your pick in the comments. Like if you loved the ride, and subscribe for more next-level adventures. Triple level travel signs off. Until the next city calls.